And welcome back to Sondering Tarot. This is part 5 of my Deck Strength vs. Weakness series. Our deck of the month for October, of course, is the Tarot of Dragons by Sean Mackenzie. So a quick recap. The strength of this deck is dreams. The weakness of this deck is life purpose. And we are in anti-pairs. Specifically, this video will be dedicated towards anti-pairs oracles. And I've got like 9 or so to show you. We're going to start off with indie decks that do not pair. So the first one, some of you may recognize this, some of you may not. This is Kimberly Sands Heart Align Affirmations Oracle. A really cute deck, very pastel. Very useful actually. However, it's an affirmation deck. And for that exact reason, the Tarot of Dragons doesn't like it. It doesn't like it. Which is really sad because Kimberly did a great job on organizing this, gave it different sections, and it can be a bit of a mood booster, but Tarot of Dragons really isn't inclined to utilize it simply because it's an affirmation deck. So if the approach was different, it might like the context, but for now, that's a no-go. Alright, the next anti-pair. A lot of you are going to recognize the backings on this. This is one of my favorite shadow oracles. This is by Ruin Vervain. This is the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. And believe it or not, it's not the shadow aspect that this particular deck doesn't like. So the fact that this is a shadow work deck has nothing to do with it. It's a clash between the strength and weaknesses of both decks. So they cannot utilize each other's energy effectively. So they don't pair. And if you saw my Perfect Pair Oracle video, I did locate 1 or 2 other decks that were oracles that do incorporate a little bit of shadow work that can be used in its place. I will also list all the previous videos in the description box down below in case you have missed it, along with all the other decks that I'm not showing you that don't pair. And I apologize for moving very quickly, but I don't want to keep you here all day. The next anti-pair oracle we're going to talk about, this is the Fairytale Oracle. This is by Umbrella Tree Press. And believe it or not, this is also one of those where the strength and weakness of the decks don't jive very well. Which kind of sucks for me because the Fairytale Oracle has some really great keywords to go with each fairy tale. I mean, the fairy tales from around the world, and, you know, myths, legends, you know, tall tales. You think that maybe it might get along with dragons, and with the good keywords, you'd want it to jive. And, you know, the strengths and weaknesses of both decks, they kind of get in the way. So when it comes to a deck with good keywords, this is not it to use with the Tarot of Dragons. Alright, and here's the last indie deck I'm going to show you for today. This is the Elemental Empath Oracle by Mayuki Rose. I love this deck, by the way. And I'm kind of sad it doesn't pair, but I know why it doesn't pair. And when I tell you it's going to probably make perfect sense. But you're going to have a question probably following right after that. This is my fire element deck. So Divine Masculine. The Elemental Empath Oracle is geared for female empaths. This is very much a Divine Feminine Oracle deck. And for that reason, the Tarot of Dragons doesn't like it. And you're probably going, well, yin and yang, yes, male, female, divine masculine, divine feminine, they balance each other out. They should communicate. No, they don't. Sadly, they don't. And this is a purely divine feminine deck all throughout. And if you notice, there's different symbols up at the top. Earth, fire, cosmos, air, and water. So we have all 5 elements, but it's all divine feminine, whereas this entire deck is divine masculine. So they're complete opposites, and they're not wanting to communicate enough to bring balance. Sadly, the Tarot of Dragons says no a lot of the times when you come across a divine feminine deck. So if there's heavy feminine energy in the deck, you might have a problem with trying to pair it. Okay, now some of you recognize the backings of the Oracle deck I just put down. This is the Dragon Oracle by Diana Cooper. And you're probably going, what do you mean? It's a Dragon Oracle. It's a Dragon Tarot deck. They should pair. No. Diana Cooper orchestrated and built and created the Dragon Oracle with angel energy into it. It's incorporated into the deck, and you do see it with a couple of the cards as they come up. Yes, there's elements in here, but there's also angel energy that she has that crops up. And of course, angel energy is very much a hit or a miss with the Tarot of Dragons. And in this case, with the Dragon Oracle, it is a miss. It does not like the angel energy incorporated into this deck. Alright, we're going to keep moving on. And somebody's going to probably hurt me for this one, but it doesn't pair. It doesn't pair. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. We are well familiar with this mass market deck. It is very popular. It's very versatile. A lot of us really love this deck because of what it can do. And sadly, these two decks don't pair. And just like the Elemental Empath Oracle that I just showed you, the Wisdom of the Oracle takes the divine feminine approach, divine masculine, and they're not finding balance. So because this deck tends to lead towards divine feminine, the Tarot of Dragons doesn't want to commune with it, which is kind of sad for me because I do love using the Wisdom of the Oracle. I think I would get a lot of usage out of it when it comes to my dreams and what I would aspire to, since that's the job of this deck, and being able to utilize this. But the Tarot of Dragons says no to the deck. So, too bad. So sad. Now we're going to move on to another one. This is the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reid. Okay. Now, the issue that the Tarot of Dragons has with the Enchanted Map is that it's too vague. And some of, and I apologize for my dog, and you can see some of the keywords are being on point. They are very forthcoming, and then others are not so much about what they mean. It's not that obvious. They're a little vague. They're not as detailed and precise as the Tarot of Dragons would like. So because the keywords are vague and it covers too much ground in one thing for a lot of the cards, it doesn't like to pair. Which is one of those sad things about like the Fairytale Oracle, which had great keywords to use, but it was a difference in strength versus weakness. Whereas this, the strength and weakness play just fine. It's just the keywords are vague. They aren't as precise as the Tarot of Dragons would like, so it doesn't want to play with it. Okay, we're gonna switch this up a little bit. Our next deck is a new one that I've acquired into my collection. This is the Beloved Dead Oracle. So this deck is specifically designed to work with your ancestors. It is designed to connect, commune, and, you know, get information from your ancestors. That is the whole point of the deck. And you think that having a deck that's things you aspire to or dreams, that you would be able to get useful advice from your ancestors with the beloved dead. However, the Tarot of Dragons does not like the ancestor energy in the beloved dead Oracle. Which is funny, because one of the other decks in the anti-pairs for the Oracle that I am not showing you, but will be listed in the description box down below, is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. And it doesn't mind the ancestor energy in that specific deck. What it has issue with is the angel energy side of that deck. But here in this deck, it has issues with the ancestor energy. So there's apparently a different approach with how you utilize and function with this deck. It's very much air energy, and this is very much fire energy. And something with the way it's utilized with the ancestor energy, the Tarot of Dragons doesn't like. But it's more precisely that it's an ancestor deck, which is really weird. Like I said, you'd think they would communicate just fine, and they don't. So there's an interesting anti-pair that I discovered pretty quickly. Alright, this is the last deck I'm going to be showing you today, and some of you might recognize the backings. This is Chip Richards' The Secret Languages of Animals. Now, I've shown you a couple different decks where they had animals or mythical creatures, and sometimes it's the creature energy that's the problem. No, the creature energy, the animal energy between the two decks is totally fine. I will let you know that right off the bat. It's not the fact that this is a mythical creature and this deck features actual creatures in our world. That is not the problem. The problem with the Secret Languages of Animals is the strength and weakness of the deck versus the Tarot of Dragons. So these two really don't jive the best. So this goes in the anti-pair pile. And I do have more oracles that are anti-pairs, so feel free to look in the description box down below for more of those. And of course, we've reached the end of our deck strength versus weakness series for this particular deck of the month for the Tarot of Dragons. I will include all the previous videos in the description box down below in case you have missed a section. You can also go to my playlist section on my channel and look for the deck strength versus weakness, the anti-pairs, and the perfect pairs playlist, and go back for the previous months and the correct section that you were looking for if you would like that information. I also have a poll up for November of 2023's deck of the month. So next month, if you would like to help pick the deck that I will feature for the deck strength versus weakness series, by all means go to my community tab and vote on the poll. Right now, at the time I am filming this, all 4 options are tied. So hopefully we'll have enough votes that I won't have to deal with a tiebreaker. But we'll see. We will see. And of course, if you found this information enlightening, useful, fun, if this is something that you value or resonated with in any fashion, by all means, give me a big thumbs up. Feel free to comment about any of these decks or ones that maybe you have found yourself that are perfect pairs, anti-pairs, etc. for the Tarot of Dragons in the comments section down below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that now. If you prefer having content like this that might be fun and interesting, don't forget to hit the notification bell in the bottom right corner. That way you do get notified anytime I premiere a video or do a live stream. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next month for a new deck of the month. Bye.